And that's some of my red licorice stick that
We got our checks
What?
for,
Oh,
IRS.
good.
Hi, Susie.
That helped.
So,
Good.
Is it a cold, very ugly day over on your side of Indianapolis?
Good job.
Nasty.
It's really yucky.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know, yeah. I went for a walk this morning and I've been putting my long underwear on. And by the time I get back, I'm sweating. It's like, what is wrong with this picture?
It's supposed to snow tonight, right? Is that right?
I don't, probably, I don't know.
Maybe.
Uh,
Is it gonna snow in Maui, Jim?
we're all coming to Jim's
Yeah.
house tomorrow.
Oh, we're definitely gonna get snow.
Up in the top of Haleakala? Hey,
Well, that's
Jerry
February.
Mallett, what was your husband saying about a licorice stick?
Oh, he likes those long red vines,
Oh, the
Yeah,
red one.
Yeah,
and I hate them. I hate them. And he's always saying, "You can have some."
isn't that nice?
No, no.
I like the red
Pulls
one.
my crowns off.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm admitting all. That should be Tom Kinder,
yeah, Nancy, I flipped a
Reese.
crown off about a week ago.
Nancy.
Lost the ball.
You did, Nan, you did?
Yeah, and our dentist always gives us these magic little packages that you mix the two glue things together and just stuck it back on there. So far, so good.
So far, so good.
I go Wednesday.
I've had those too.
Yeah, you got to.
Mhm.
There's Jane. Let's bring up the volume a little bit here.
Like the usual suspects.
True.
Oh, Jane's got her mouth full. What are you eating, Jane?
I am eating M&Ms.
All right.
Sounds good.
I just got back from a softball game and I didn't really have time to eat, so I grabbed some M&Ms.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
gee. Who
Those
won the
won't
game?
take your crowns off.
Real
Yeah.
healthy, huh?
Guys, look at Nancy B. Doesn't she look like she's sitting in front of some sort of a
I
hacienda?
know.
Yep.
She always does.
Chicken friend.
Oh, yeah. I'm in Italy.
You can't-
I'm in-
Really? Okay, you're in Italy. Okay.
Okay.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Except they've had the virus really bad. I don't know
I
that one.
know, I know.
And where you live, they have?
No, I
No,
said
she
in
said
Italy.
Oh, they have. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I don't want to be there now.
No.
Jeez.
Bob, that beard looks good.
What's that?
That beard looks good.
He trimmed up a little bit.
I don't even see you. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some of that trimmed up.
So Bob,
Everybody, Happy New Year.
yeah,
Happy
happy.
New
Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah.
So tell us what it was like to get the vaccine.
Tom, it was pretty well organized. I was a little bit pissed because I came here at 5 to 1
Yeah.
and Dick's funeral was starting at 1.
Mm.
And I said, can I go last? And she said, Bob, we're going now. So they did, I don't know, a couple hundred of us in 90 minutes.
Oh my God.
CVS,
Pretty fast.
CVS Pharma, that's at Arbor Trace in Richmond. They took one dining room that's not being used and made it for the paperwork. And the 4 CVS pharmacy people, none of whom are from Richmond, came from all over the state here. And then they had a 15-minute recovery room.
Mhm.
So they took us by our wing, by our residential wing, and worked us through the dementia units and assisted living, us, the long-term patients and stuff like that. But they ran it pretty well. Once they got it figured out, they ran it real well. And then I was able to get a link hooked up with the funeral home and actually got a chance to see Dick's funeral later on in the week.
Okay.
No recourse at all, Tom. I had a little knot on my arm at the point of injection. It popped up, but it was gone in 24 hours.
Yeah,
Right.
okay, good.
And I think my technician was more of a blacksmith than he was a
Really?
shot at
Scary.
He came all that way to abuse you, Bob.
You guys have had that, I'm sure, when you draw blood, right? You
Uh-huh.
feel like you've been a pin cushion after you get finished.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Oh, hey, this place where I go for, whenever I have to get a blood draw, it's right here in Brownsburg, and the lady's been there for years and years. Her name's Pauletta. And so I always just, schedule it. Whenever a doctor says, well, you got to go to a lab, I say, okay, I want to go to my lab.
Yeah.
Just send me the order. And then I just go over and see Pauletta, and man, you don't even feel it.
And you got to tell them that's a heck of a setup. I always get the lowest graduate in Reed's class. In the blood draw class, I get the worst graduate in the class.
Nice.
And I've known a couple of them by name because they used to work for me, actually.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no, that would
Yeah,
be scary,
Oh, God, I love it.
especially if they were the dishwashers and they couldn't even do that right.
Well, it wasn't that, Bob, right? I mean, that was the point, yeah.
So does anybody have the IU game on? Is it still looking terrible?
Yes.
I
it's-
guess-
they look bad.
Yeah.
20-6.
What are they playing?
They're Mississippi.
Oh, Miss.
yeah, and
Oh,
SEC,
no, they're-
and they've got a terrible record. What are they, like 6-4 or something like that?
4-5.
4-5. They were 4-5 times. They lost 3 games in the last possession. And they're
Is this football or basketball?
Football.
Football.
football. They're giving IU a 50.
Okay, that's enough,
That's
Jan.
smart.
Hockey.
I didn't realize that, but IU hasn't scored a touchdown the last 2 bowl games they've been in. They didn't score a touchdown the last one or this one, either one.
Oh, my gosh.
Mm.
You're going to have to go have a chat with those guys, Bob.
I did, actually. We had 129 of us the Monday before last, the Monday I did my shot with Coach Allen.
Yeah.
Upbeat guy, very positive. I think maybe he just, they got a little hung up on the fact that they weren't in the top 6 bowl.
Yes.
And I
Well, they-
think that mentally just kind of flattened out the whole thing going into this.
Hmm.
I'm not sure. I'm not close enough to know. But I just.
They
looks like
also had
it's kinda
28
real
guys
flat.
with COVID a week ago. So.
That's right. They did have 28
yeah.
guys with COVID. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah.
That's,
And, they had, I don't know what was it when they canceled the Purdue game, there's 18 or 20 people with COVID.
Hmm.
So the outside dimensions of all that, I think, are playing into it somewhere.
Well, I was waiting for Shirley to get on here so we can congratulate her Ohio State Buckeyes.
Amen. Christmas.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I think they can beat Alabama. They were unbelievable.
Yeah.
That'll be a
Yeah, it was a good
Yeah,
game.
that'll be a game.
don't want to play your best game, though, in the penultimate game.
Yeah,
TP.
right.
Yeah.
Might
Are
have
you
been
guys
case-
talking about the Indiana game? Are you talking about the Indiana game?
Yes.
Okay, good. I just asked Max what he was watching because I had no idea. So same talk. Okay.
Well, if you need to know anything about it, just ask Judy because I'm sure she's glued
Yeah.
to it.
Oh, yeah.
I am. You notice I keep looking away all the time.
Yeah, really.
By the way, Diane, look up in the top left-hand corner of the recording.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep,
What?
yep.
What's going on
Cindy
up there?
Armacost just fell on the floor or something. There she is.
Ooh,
There.
Her head.
There you go.
There she is.
girl. That's
It's
right.
possible. It's possible.
Hey, Sandy, are you still drugged up?
She is in.
Oh yeah, I am, of course.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm doing fairly well with it. It's just that I can't walk very well.
Yeah.
What's
I get
what's wrong? I missed it, obviously, but Sandy, what's wrong?
Well, I have a severe back problem and they can't
Oh.
operate at that. But then I have, it's called peroneus muscles that some way got too tight or inflammation, and they were near the sciatica. And so I, and they're wanting to give, and they are giving me pretty strong medicine, not an opioid, but a thing for nerve.
Oh,
But yeah, it's just part of
one
getting
more.
old.
There we go.
And Dwayne, though, Dwayne is still treating you really mean. He's just still being mean to you.
Oh, no.
Terrible.
He's really never mean.
Oh, okay.
He's always mean.
The
Well,
last-
she wouldn't stayed if he was mean.
The last time we were on together, it sounded like he thought he was Charlie Hilton.
Oh,
And he
okay.
was like, oh, come on, tough it out. Come on. Come on.
He liked Hilton so much. And
Well, we all did.
yeah, everyone did. That's
Exactly.
right.
I mean, not just athletes, but if you had him in class,
Right.
I mean, geez, he was-
Oh, here comes Dwayne.
Hey, I heard,
Charlie Hilton.
Hi,
Hi,
Dwayne.
Dwayne.
I heard you,
Happy New Year to
Bob, bragging about the class of '63 track team, which was good.
And it was very good. Yeah.
But the class of '62 was the first high school Richmond team to ever win the North Central Conference, ever win the sectional and the regional, and place fourth in the state. Okay.
Dwayne, you sound like Max talking.
Yeah.
And then you guys, I think you placed third in the state, didn't you, in the relay?
in the relay.
Yeah. in
Uh,
the- Yeah. Didn't you? The
I
four.
believe that's right. When I thought I recalled a time of 3:26.
Right. Well, I think it was a 3:24 something because our class had the 3:26, I think, and 63 broke it. Whatever it was, you guys broke the mile relay
Of
record.
course we did.
Yeah. Your 2 mile relay record held up for years.
Yeah, that was a national record. That's what I wanted to tell Tom.
Oh,
You're right.
Got
It
that.
held up for years.
Yeah, Tom's record held up for a lot of years too, for the hurdles.
Yeah, Tom.
Yes.
Yes, it did. I mean,
Wow.
you know, back then, this is true. We had a lot of white boys that could run fast.
yeah. Very unusual.
Yeah.
Very
You
unusual.
Think of the Mater brothers, you, Houston,
Jordan.
Jordan.
Big Jordan,
George.
a little guy from the west side.
Dave Bordick.
Well, he wasn't a sprinter, but I mean, just, well, yeah, he's
Oh,
next.
yeah.
No, a lot of guys.
Yeah.
were real- I can't say, oh, Doug Kaler,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
sprinter too. Yeah, it was
And
interesting.
I'm trying to think of that sprinter's name. Wayne.
Yeah, I know a couple other, I mean, it was amazing. Well, Bob Hampton. Bob was a
Yeah.
good
That was
and
good.
hurdler. Yeah. Yeah, so there were a lot of us. And we set the bar, that's for sure. And you guys followed up after. But Bob,
That's true. That's true, Dwayne. You're right. You're absolutely right. And the same in football. I mean,
yeah,
There
well,
were-
you guys,
There were
you
a
guys-
couple things, Dwayne, I think that happened there. Earlham, Jerry Rushton was always great
yes,
about giving RHS guys access to Earlham College and their equipment.
right.
And then Charlie was there and Charlie Dills was there.
Right.
And they were great getting athletes out for track.
Yep. Oh, they are really,
Out in the wintertime, which was unheard of back then.
yeah. Yeah, you know, that's true, but there were just a lot of, when you stop and think of it, you don't see many white guys that are sprinters, but we had a whole cadre there for 2-3 years that were really good sprinters and hurdlers,
Oh, yeah.
relay runners. Yeah. So,
Well,
but
Charlie
anyway,
was 9-7 at Ball State, wasn't he?
Yeah, Charlie ran,
Oh, 700?
he ran a 200. That record stood even when I was there and beyond. He ran a 21.6. That's a 220 now, not a 200 meters on
Yeah.
a cinder track. Yeah, he was, I think, ranked in the top 5 in the country when he was at Ball
United
Fish.
States, that's right.
Yeah.
He wins.
Yeah. So, yep.
Oh, were you, hey, Dwayne, were you thinking of Dwayne Harder?
Yeah, that's it. Dwayne Harder.
Dwayne Harder.
Wayne Harder. Sure.
Yeah,
he
I just pulled up the picture in the fire. Yeah, it's Dwayne Harder.
Wayne Harder. That was that.
And Dick Houston is in this picture, this group shot of the senior track team. That Dick's sitting right behind him.
Yeah.
And Dick's sitting right next to Van Pelt, and then right next, one more beyond Van Pelt is some guy named Porter.
Yeah.
Who?
You know, Tom, we were talking about a dry sense of humor that Houston had. We were sophomores at Richmond High School getting our letter jacket, our letter awards.
Wow.
And Houston was sitting right beside me. So he had been called, been to the dais, got his award, went back. And so I get called to come to the dais and receive my award. And Houston, under his breath, said, "Whose fly is open?" Honest to God, I went, looked down like an idiot to check and see my fly wasn't open, walking up to get I forgot to tell his kids that story. It's one of my favorite Houston stories.
It's funny.
He was something else.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, that thing that Rick Jordan sent was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That's nice.
Well, you know, guys, Rick Jordan and I were talking about our game with Middletown, Ohio.
I don't like to think about that.
Well, but I'm sure some of you were there. Live Oak Field had 1,940 seats in it, if I recall correctly. Counting public admission, they sold between 5,000 and 6,000 seats for that game.
Oh, my gosh.
Middletown was #1 in Ohio. We were #1 in Indiana. Middletown had 3 high school All-Americans on the same team.
Yeah.
A quarterback named Paul Walker Jr., a wide receiver that played at Ohio State named Butch Nine.
Yeah.
And the other guy's name was Walton, and I don't remember his first name, Tom. First play of the game, Dick Bird and I always ran a quarterback wedge. Dick could tap me on the right hip or the left hip, snap the ball, nobody else knew what was coming, we'd go. 47 or 8 yards. Bird gets hit by a big safety, knocked the ball loose, fumble. They come in, first play of the game, touchdown, coffin corner to one of those All-American receivers. Later in the quarter, Jordan admitted that he had a fumble, and they did the same thing. They scored the first play, and they beat us down 40-6. Is that correct?
No, it was 32-8.
32-8. Okay.
I think I could go upstairs and Janie is going to go look. I've got a thing from our senior year, where they would put the poster up and then they'd list all the games. They'd have all the senior guys. So I put the scores, and unfortunately there's an L by that game. But the thing of it was that they ran a pro offense, and we never played against anything like that before, and tried to get ready for it. And that 1 week, you knew we were in trouble when they took me, which I was always on offense, and they made me be on defense as well.
Yeah.
Defensive back. Now we knew we were in trouble if I'm doing that. So.
Well, it was an amazing. There was one other crowd at Live Oak Field larger than that. And that's when Jeff George came over here with North Central High School.
Oh, it doesn't have.
We were in the second largest
You can have
crowd.
the scores, Bobby.
Oh,
Okay, thanks, Shane.
Sorry, I thought I put the scores down.
Can you guys see that?
But no, they did not score 40 points. No.
Yeah.
I thought they did, Tom. Sorry.
Yeah.
Bob thought they scored.
Well, see,
40
I had
points.
to put up with a lot of crap because I played football, in college in Ohio, and I just heard, I just got so sick of hearing how great Ohio football was. And there were only 2 of us from Indiana on it up at Toledo.
Well, we came out even with them, Tom, because we beat Chaminade and we lost to Middletown, right?
Yeah, beat Shaman.
1-1 against them, yeah.
We remember the Chaminade game, don't we?
Uh-huh, yeah,
Yeah, we do.
yep.
Remember the drive over there.
Right, we almost got.
Almost got killed.
Yeah.
Judy, where are you? Judy, we're talking about you.
We're just
Driving.
Driving.
literally
You
we're
start
happy.
talking about sports, especially football, and Judy leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we were going to talk about all of the sports all the trophies and awards that the girls got for our sport teams. Remember? None.
Mock R.
You just
And all
scored.
those scholarships we got for sports.
Right.
College.
Right.
Yeah.
Talk about other
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, 0.
Nobody cared about us riding our horses, Christy.
That's right. That's right. That's
Oh,
right.
you guys talked about driving over to Chaminade. What about the drive back? What was that like?
No, this is Chaminade drive over.
Don't remember.
Got hit by a train. It
I,
was.
yeah,
huge.
don't
There was
remember the
car.
drive back, but the drive over was scary.
Yeah. None of us have ever forgotten it or been
Right.
Well, what
anything
happened,
thankful we're
Christy?
all alive. What?
Christy,
Did you know that, Tommy? We almost got hit by a train. I mean, it was really, really
Yeah, it
close.
was coming up we were all talking, it was dark, it was kind of rainy, and there's a side track, that railroad track coming up, it was just coming.
We
it
get
came
off
up,
to the football
we didn't
field.
see it. We didn't see it. And Judy, thank God, slammed on the brakes. I mean, we were within a few feet of that train when we stopped.
no,
And it went,
like inches.
and we all got silent as can be, which was amazing for the Richmond girls in high school to get
I've
silent.
never been silent.
We
since
were
then.
all silent as we realized we weren't
Yeah.
dead. And that was, it was an amazing thing. That's why not a one of us has ever forgotten that moment as one of the closest calls we've ever had. So we're still here.
How many were in the car at the time?
At least,
5.
yeah, Jane, Diane, Susie, Nancy Chappell,
Judy was driving.
Judy's
Telling
driving.
that story again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell the story again.
Well,
Judy was driving.
We
You saved our lives.
Judy made the right choice. She stopped.
Yes.
She stopped.
She
We had
stopped.
the radio going full blast.
It was just right there, whether it like, shall I stop or go and try to not get hit? And
You
she
know,
stopped.
I never thought that was traumatic. The rest of you did.
Oh,
I
my
know
God,
you
I
did.
got killed.
I know, but to me, it was just like, oh, well, we stopped but I think it's because I was driving.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in charge, when you're in control of something, then it's not so bad. Of
Well,
course, I
maybe.
wasn't controlled.
Zoom call would be a little different if you guys wouldn't have stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, none of us, I don't think any of us would have been around to talk about it later. So
That's right.
Probably wouldn't have even noticed us at the game.
yeah, that's right. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, well.
Were you the?
Tom, I don't know if you remember or not, but it rained so hard, we were doing our pregame warm-ups underneath the stadium.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was
Walking
raining.
through.
Yeah, it was raining. No, it
Okay,
was.
that's what I was
Oh, it
remembering.
rained the whole game.
Buddy, I remember that being just,
Did we win?
Yeah.
Did we
It
win?
guys
looked like it was on a lake.
think so.
Oh, yeah, we won.
Good.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
I was
don't
really
think
bad
that
about
was
not paying
that
much attention.
I could tell it was just bothering you.
You know, my dentist,
tell you
Those
that
football
it's
players
all
were all, those football players were just all cute, that's all. Hey, nice, but I didn't really know what they were doing up there.
Hey, guys, I told my kids one time when I was at IU and in the tailgating in the parking lot, I said, if I'd known this was going on out here, I'd have never been down there. wouldn't have done all those laps and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Judy, did you have a story?
What?
Didn't you have a story to share just a minute ago?
Dennis.
Oh, no, I was just, when we were talking about basketball, was Muncie, right? That game? I went to a new dentist here in my little town, Bristol, Vermont. And we got chatting about where we came from. He said, well, near Indianapolis. And I said, well, where? He said, well, a small town called Muncie. And I said, I hate you.
Was he a Muncie Bearcat?
Muncie Central Bearcat.
Was he a Bearcat?
I guess. I mean, he talked about all the basketball games, all the times we killed them. And
Really?
I mean, it was just right here in my little town, and he lived all over the place.
That's
funny. But yeah, I always trusted him. Well, maybe I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
I was talking with my brother-in-law, Jerry Stanton, and he asked me to ask you if you remember paying off the Earlham football players.
If I remember what now?
If you remember paying off the Earlham football players, because they used to come into Famous Recipe, and you paid them not to eat there.
Yeah, no, we had a restaurant over by Earlham on the west side of town that was really not doing very well. So Craig Long, the guy I was in business with, and I decided that we would do an all-you-can-eat feature on Sunday night.
Gosh.
Which was some people used it to turn their stores around and they take it away or modify it or something. So we decided to do that. Well, I had coached out at Earlham with Rick Carter when I bombed out the NFL. So I stayed close to Earlham Athletics for a long time. And they got word that we were having the all-you-can-eat thing.
Oh my gosh.
They would come in, 10, 12, 15 guys, big guys, come in for all-you-can-eat chicken dinners.
Ooh.
And I used to stand on the sidewalk with $10 bills.
Oh.
Come in. Here, you guys go somewhere else.
Wow.
Well, good for
Well, you
you.
reserve the right to.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
I heard that.
it should have been a book, guys. I'll tell you that. It should have been a book.
Yeah, Mark Dooning, it's great to see you. We haven't seen you in a while.
Hey,
How
man,
you been and what
happy
you
New
been
Year,
doing?
Well, seems like there's always something's going on at 3 o'clock on Saturday, but
Yeah.
I watched the recording this last week and I got intrigued. I wanted to come back and, I could see all you on the recording, but of course couldn't talk. And just wanted to come back and
At least we wouldn't answer.
be a part of it. But anyway, IU scored another touchdown.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, it's in the
20
fourth
to
quarter.
13, right? Yeah.
It's in the fourth quarter and they're down 1 touchdown.
Oh,
20,
wow. Okay.
It's on in the background up there.
Yeah.
The commercial now.
See, yeah.
Now, Mark, are you at home?
Yeah, there I got over here is my son and my 3-month-old grandson.
Oh, hi.
Nice. Where is he?
Oh.
Which son's there with you,
Just got
Mark?
off work.
Good. So
So
nothing
it
is the real.
was great. I want to tell you guys, I stopped in to see Barbara Clayful last week.
Oh, okay.
A lot of times just call people I know, and I had sold them that home they were in, and I was in Centerville on another deal, and so I said, I'm just going to go over there and set a car, and knocked at the door. I think it was actually it was Monday, and she hadn't got dressed for the day, but I went in and we sat there and talked probably for 45 minutes about Jay and people we know, and she's doing real well. She's invited a lot of friends and family to come over to eat there. She's quite a cook, so she's staying busy, and They've got a fabulous place there in Centerville. If you've ever been there, you will.
Yeah,
know
it's
what I'm
nice.
talking
Yeah,
about.
Nancy and I have been there. Yeah.
Right. We
You
have.
probably stay there. They have a place in back there with an apartment in it that anybody that's traveling through and needs a place to stay, you go there and stay. But she's doing well.
Okay.
Good.
Good,
Good to
good,
know.
good, good.
Now, Mark, did you grow up with Jay?
Actually, our parents were friends, and I knew him from, I don't know how old we are, probably 6, 7, 8 years old. Played together.
But you didn't get into any trouble together.
No, never. None that I recall.
Hey, Mark, we were talking about where they lived. Did they live on Northwest 9th Street?
10th, Northwest 10th.
Northwest 10th, okay, right, right behind
Right.
Dwyer Wilbert Memorials or whatever that is.
Right, it's, West Main, it's to the north of West Main.
Yeah, just
About
north of West Main,
couple
right off
houses.
of Main, yeah.
Yeah,
Northwest 10th. Mary Vance, right, was right next door there.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I think that's true, yeah.
Gosh, if that's true and you don't remember Mary Vance,
Yeah.
You guys were talking about Christmas. I thought that was real interesting, but I got some over here. If you can see it, I'm going to get it. For Frank Older's memorial, I took a lot of pictures over to Suzanne that they could display at the memorial. And one in particular, I said, this is the only one I want back. So I got a Christmas present from Suzanne, and if you can see it.
Oh.
Oh.
I told Suzanne that's the only time Frank ever hugged me, and I wanted that back. That was
That's
look
great.
at that dark hair.
That is awesome. Mark.
That's probably back in the either the late 70s, early 80s. We did a lot of 10Ks, and Frank and I and Tim Wise ran the New York Marathon in
Oh, really?
1980.
Oh my God.
Wow.
We were thin and dark hair.
And you were.
Annex days.
that's cool.
Yeah,
So
Hey, Mark.
yeah, I'm home. I have my 2 dogs here. Normally the lab would be up here in my lap, but she hasn't so far. She's
Hey, Mark, was that in the athletic annex days when you guys were running?
say that again, Bob.
Athletic annex days, was that when you guys did all the running together?
Yes,
Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah.
yeah. In 1978, moved back to Richmond and opened up the athletic annex. And Bob gave me the name of a contractor named Donnie McCurdy.
Sure.
I took all the money I had to open up that athletic store. And we had it for 11 years, and then we had Nicholas. Rhonda was going in there and run the store with Nicholas there, and it became too much, decided to sell it after 11 years.
So, Mark, is the real estate market still hot over there?
If we had inventory, it'd be hotter. Rhonda's out showing a house right now. We had a really good December, though. We did about $1 million in volume.
Wow.
2 of us. But we don't know what's going to happen now in January.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Nobody knows. Okay. So
Has anybody else been signed up for the vaccine yet? Anybody else
I
besides?
have. February 3rd, I get mine on February
Okay.
3rd.
Katie and Jamie got theirs last week.
Who did?
Katie and Jamie got theirs
Oh.
last week.
Ask you a question, Nancy, was that you that did February 3rd?
Everybody show.
February
Was
3rd
that
is
through
me.
your family doctor?
No, it came, I got 2 notices, one from each hospital system. The one that I go to the most, I tried all day to get in, and that night on the news, they said 77,000 people answered
Oh.
that call at one time. That's why nobody.
Gosh. Right.
And then 2 days later, the other hospital system here that I've only been to one time, sent me a text. And it took me a few minutes, about an hour to get it done, but I got on and I get my shot on February the 3rd.
Good
Good
girl.
for you.
Answers the
You,
question
Nancy.
that we had last week, Tom.
So it came, answer your question, it came through the hospital system.
Yeah.
Not through
That
the
answers the
doctor.
question, Nancy, we had last week. Where does it come from?
Where, who?
He said that that was a question last week was,
Oh,
where does it come
okay.
Oh,
from?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, is it gonna be your family doctor or who that?
No, mine came through the hospital system.
And that helps answer that question, Nancy, yeah.
We
Uh,
tried to sign up, but they said, no, you just, what did they say, Dwayne? Just, we have to wait.
Healthcare workers.
Healthcare workers only. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
That's for
Now-
you.
Every state is doing it a little differently.
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
I could have gotten one if I was still seeing people face to face, but 3 weeks ago I stopped doing that. So
oh, you're kidding.
Oh.
Mm.
I can't now. I have to wait my turn.
Susie,
So,
why did you stop seeing face-to-face 3 weeks ago?
I stopped seeing patients face to face 3 weeks ago, but
Why?
because actually 2 of my coworkers got COVID. So they're like, oh, well, maybe we need to send you guys out. Even though they
yeah,
said
good idea.
we couldn't work from home because they thought, well, everybody's going to get it and the whole behavioral health will be out. So, yeah.
So are you working from home still? Or,
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Oh,
You don't have to
okay.
go in. How do
and
you
how,
like
and
that?
how is that going? How's
Yeah.
that going, Susie? Is it working out okay?
It's boring as hell.
Yeah.
And honest person.
One Zoom call after another.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe you could help all of us.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
We can throw out questions so you can help us.
I'm
Maybe
on
not.
I'm off duty.
So Diane, do you happen to know how Jamie and Katie got theirs?
Yes,
Florida-
they are they're buying into a retirement center. And the retirement center offers.
Oh,
And they're what?
the retirement
The
center.
retirement center offered the shots.
Really?
Really?
Florida took old people first.
Yes.
Florida
Yes,
took old
they
people
have.
first.
I got
but
a nice text from friends of ours down in Fort Myers, and they were 900 people were in line, and they were in that 800. They got in line at 3 a.m. with their chairs and moved forward. And finally, the doors opened at 9 a.m. and they finally got their shot at 2:30. So they actually did get it, but that was Fort Myers, and they have a lot of those RV retirement
Yes.
parks.
Uh-huh.
Probably don't.
So
Where's
it's
the
like-
place they're buying into?
It's one of those progressive retirement areas. So
In
they,
Naples?
in Naples, right, it's right down the street from where they live now.
So they're gonna sell their place?
Yeah,
They're gonna sell their
they'll
house?
sell both places. They'll sell the beach house and the house on the golf course.
And their own house?
And
Oh,
they're,
wow.
and they're getting a
But
two,
it won't be for another year and a half, probably next spring, a year from this. They're
getting
just,
a 2-bedroom den. and
A 2-bedroom with a
2,700
den?
square feet.
That's
Two
gonna be their
bedrooms and a
place?
den, and it's 2,700 square feet,
Oh, wow.
which sounds really large for 2 bedrooms and a den.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does sound really big for 2-bedroom.
and a big lanai.
And that's in addition to the lanai. I think she said
That's
the
right.
lanai was 600 square feet.
Extra.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my-
And isn't
my
it
God.
on a lake? Doesn't it overlook
Yeah.
a lake?
Mhm.
Over on a lake.
Well, that sounds good.
Progressive place center that you can go to different levels of
Oh,
care.
that's what progressive means. It's the different levels of care.
Yeah, different
Yes.
levels of care.
Okay.
Friends fellowships like that, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
start independent and work your way up.
Or down.
Or down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down to
Okay.
the
I'm
basement.
thinking down too.
One thing about here, guys, you start at the top and then go from here to Earlham, so.
Oh,
We're
dear.
on that line. Could I ask a
Uh,
question? We had it felt like with having 3 different RHS people pass away in December, Robin Bartlemay and Jay and Dick. Has anyone thought more at all about like writing your obituary? When you folks were telling about all the wonderful things that Dick and Jay have done, I thought my obituary is going to be quite short.
Yes.
At least I listened to Dick's funeral live once I got the link figured out.
That's how I came in
All
late,
the
Dick's.
achievements that he had,
Yeah.
I'm thinking the same thing. You know, my
Yeah.
my cremation is going to be a very short program. And my obituary may be the 1 paragraph. I may be at the bottom right of the palladium item. I will have to pay for the additional words.
Who was the one giving the speech with the cowboy hat? I never caught the name.
Weatherby.
That's
I'm
Jim
sorry.
Weatherby. Jim
Oh.
Weatherby.
That's
Jim
again,
Weatherby,
the
Sam
name Weatherby is important to my family because my uncle that raised me worked for the Coke plant, and it was Jim's dad that ran the Coke plant.
Right.
When my uncle was like the 3rd man from the top, he was
Yeah.
very close to the Weatherbys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how old is Jim Weatherby? Was he wasn't in our class, was
He's
he?
younger.
He's younger than we
He
are.
would have been in the
Right,
class
younger.
before.
Touchdown.
Oh, he was in my brush.
He just scored.
Are you?
Yeah, they're down
Oh.
1 point.
And there's a flag down there. But he
No,
and
this
Dick
one.
became friends later in life. Jim and Angie had a daughter who had some intestinal problems like my daughter had. And Dick got them to the right people in Indianapolis and got the thing all straightened out. And their wives became really good friends during that whole process.
Hmm.
So they went back and forth to dinner. You guys may recall a place over right across the Ohio line called the Rodeo Shop.
Oh, yeah.
Little town called New Westville right over there.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, the rodeo shop had a little rodeo arena behind their Western store. So Jim and a couple of his friends, 2 brothers named Bruner from GTE here in town, decided they wanted to be cowboys. They started calf roping, bull riding, and doing the things that cowboys do. So Dick would always ask him about, you know, how hard was it to rope a calf? How do you decide when to toss the rope? Stuff like that. So Jim said, in dedication to my friend, I'm going to wear my cowboy stuff to do this that his family asked me to do here at the funeral. So that's what the cowboy hat and the
That
boots.
was
the
nice.
I
vest
heard
were.
that.
Oh, wow.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that is.
The game is, I use Tide now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Coming
Flag
back.
down though.
Other games. The team sheets they go.
How's Vicky Roller? What's the latest on her?
Yeah.
She's
If you want to know.
Got home.
I did talk to her.
Okay. And
And I wrote some things down because I wanted to get them right with Vicky. But she said that she awakened in the night and that she crawled to the bathroom. She had to go to the bathroom. So she crawled to the bathroom. Then she crawled to the phone to call her son, who came over. And
because she
then
couldn't walk or what? Tell me.
she couldn't walk. She couldn't walk. She said that when she awakened, she keeps the TV on all night just for white noise. And she said it looked like psychedelic things just all over the room, the television. She couldn't see anything. And so she was just crawling blindly, really. And then anyway, they did get the ambulance. They went to the hospital, and she said it was caused by AFib. That her
Okay.
which I knew she had, but she was just taking one aspirin, I guess that's all, because she was doing fairly well. But it was in the cerebellum, and that's in the back of your head, and there too, and they could not get the bleeding stopped. So she would have had to, they would have taken her to Indianapolis and done surgery. Had to, I guess you would know, open cut her and go in there. But luckily they got the bleeding stopped. And that, and not very many people have the cerebellum kind of stroke. I think it's only 2%.
Wow.
And
My word.
so I would consider her extremely lucky.
Mhm.
And also she said, well, it's kind of where you lose strength on one side of your body. That's one thing. And you have balancing problems. And she said her eye kind of does something funny, goes back and forth is what it does. And she said, and I kind of slur my speech. And I thought, boy, if she's slurring hers, then I must be a wreck with well, with the medicine I'm taking. But I thought it was absolutely clear. I thought it was, I said, Vicky, why don't you just pop in? Because you sound great. She said, I'm just so tired. And strength and everything like that. But, she'll have a PT come in and all of that into her home. And honestly, I said, well, it's going to get better. And she said, that's the way I look at it. It's going to get better and I'm going to get better.
Yeah, good.
I said, I know you will. Because that's Vicky. Her attitude.
Sandy, will they address the AFib now and try to convert her?
Oh,
Do
I
you
think
know?
so. I think they will.
Okay.
Because she did not have a valve problem with her AFib. It was regular AFib.
Are you talking about abrasion? Like, is that what you're talking about when you talk about addressing the AFib? My husband has AFib and they're not doing anything for him but his medicines.
Well, see, that's what he was doing. They didn't do anything for her but the aspirin.
Yeah, well, he does that one, but he's got some other ones too, other pills.
Well, and I don't think they gave her any medicine, and they probably.
Yeah.
But
You might need a new doctor.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We don't have too many.
Maybe she's gonna have to drive to Indy and go get a halfway decent doctor.
Well, now Dwayne said the heart doctors here are pretty good. Actually, pretty good. I don't know them, but she went to the emergency room, so she just kind of had to take whoever she. But she's I don't know. She sounded good. So I'm so glad to talk to her though, because when you talk to somebody, it's different than just
hearing about them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right.
But
That's
she
nice.
sounded great. So good. Oh, you have the address, don't you, Tom? You sent the address.
He sent it out.
Yeah. Okay. I think it'd be nice if she got a card from as many people as
Yeah.
Yeah, we all.
But it's going to be kind of a long recovery. I don't think it's going to be quick. It's going to be long.
Yeah. I kept the messages I sent to her. I tried to tell her, now don't worry about it. You're going to tough it out. You're going to be okay. And it's, it won't be long before you'll be back to 100%. But
well, I think she has that attitude.
yeah, that's the attitude.
It would not surprise me if I'd see her. We just live across the hill from one another, and to see her out with her walker, it wouldn't surprise me a bit. I could have turned around the circle.
So did she get her dogs back home?
Yeah, she couldn't handle. She has 3, and she could. Yeah, she couldn't handle them.
Okay.
So she's, and that makes her sad because she loves to be with her dog.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I forgot one thing that's kind of important. Matt her son, has a girlfriend, and the girlfriend has COVID. Yes. So Matt, of course, has been with Vicky, and Matt has had a test, but it has not come back yet. So if he has COVID, that's scary then.
Sandy, does Matt live here?
He does live here, yes.
He does? I didn't realize that, yeah.
So he's, and then her other son is coming in January the 6th.
Yeah, lives out.
That's John.
But I'm just so hoping that she does not get COVID.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
It'll kill her.
Yeah. Because my daughter had it and my son-in-law had it, and they are still sick. Still sick. I mean, they really were sick.
How old are they, Sandy?
My daughter is 43, and he's 52. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So we didn't get it. We had to quarantine, but we didn't get it.
Good.
Good deal.
Good.
So
Yeah,
Good.
my sister and her husband got it. We don't know who started it, but they were together with her 2 kids, grandkids on Christmas, of course. So possibly everybody's going to have it.
yeah.
And they tried to talk us into meeting them halfway. They live in Vincennes. They wanted us to meet in Brazil at a park. We would sit outside. Thankfully, it was pouring down rain
Yes.
that day. And I think that he was already starting to feel bad. So anyway, they called and canceled, but if they had, I was going to.
Yeah, we weren't going to
Oh.
be in the rain.
Because I really didn't want to get together with them.
It's so funny because some people just they're not really that sick.
Yes.
And then some people are really sick. My daughter was she has asthma.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so she's still really sick.
I was reading in our paper today an account from some caregivers in a hospital that for COVID-19.
Just extra
They
point.
said that
We just get done.
people with it either get better or they take a quick turn for the worse. It just happens pretty quickly.
Yes. Yes. Well, I think they're slowly getting better. But she said she coughed for 30 minutes, just straight coughing. Then a headache, terrible headache, and then the worst aching she's ever had. And I said, well, is it worse than the flu? And she said, oh, yes. Oh, I'm going to get that shot. I hope we get Yeah.
We know we're old enough, Sandy. They just need to get us on the list.
That's right.
I think in Indiana, we're next. I think we're next.
I think
Yeah.
so too.
Yeah.
I want to get that shot.
Well, Diane and Christy, if you hear something for Ohio, let me know, please.
Absolutely. It's like, yeah, I've not heard anything. I've not heard anything. That would put us right in line. But then I also know, I really do understand it's not being distributed exactly, obviously, how they thought it was going to be.
Right.
And all of those folks who work with all of those sick people I am so glad at this point in our lives, we happen to be retired and we're home. I mean,
thank goodness. I mean, yeah.
And it's like, we've been I feel very fortunate not to be having those exchanges of stuff and germs with just in your normal workday life, because you don't have a normal workday life. But she's home, so that's good. So.
Yeah, Christy, has Max heard anything from the VA as far as whether or not they're going to be involved in this or any way, shape, or form? Or Tom, do you know?
No, I don't know.
Max has been to the VA several times. He doesn't use the VA here in Dayton very often, but he's certainly on the list. But no, we haven't heard anything yet.
They are in Charleston. So we're like on the 3rd tier.
Oh,
First the
okay.
hospital, then the VA homes, and then anyone with a disability.
Good.
Yeah,
Okay,
well, that
okay.
doesn't,
They're going to be directly involved in, David, yeah.
we have to wait till it's just old people. You
Yeah.
know, we,
Mhm.
and I'm glad there's nothing else wrong with this other than being old. And so it's like, okay, but I don't know, in Ohio, Ohio doesn't put things together real well. So, you know, but we're kind of tucked away. So I don't really, we did have our family at Christmas. We had just a really short Christmas get together with just our children and grandchildren who we had been around, but we were really, everyone wore their masks and everyone stayed separate. We only here about an hour and a half. And, you know, that was, but we didn't do the sit down dinner. We didn't do what we've done before, but it works. It's the first time we've gotten to see them. We usually do a New Year's Day. We do a Thanksgiving, we do, you know, because they all live close, but this worked out well. And we were careful. They're very careful. We're careful. I just think we're lucky that we're able to, I like being home just fine. You know, I'm okay being home. It's not like, oh, I'm still home. It's like, yeah, I am. So it's, you know, it's just kind of where we are.
Harvey, are
Yeah.
you still on lockdown out there?
Well, it's not so much a lockdown in a way, I guess it is, but the hospitals are full. And, you know, both in the Bay Area and certainly in Southern California. My brother's in the LA area and he's in a beach town, Hermosa Beach, near kind of the LA airport. They're full. So yeah, it's pretty serious. I mean, we don't go to too many stores, that's for sure. I mean, most of the food is whole food delivery and stuff like that over the holiday. We'll drive to a couple towns and just walk around, but staying away from people. So yeah.
And Harvey, your prognosis is not real good, is it?
Say it again.
The prognosis out there is not real
No,
good.
it's not. And you know, I think at the beginning, Newsom, the governor, we were fairly strict at the beginning, and it seemed pretty good. And then it got away from everybody, and so now, you know, it's just can't get it back. So many people that have it, and people are crazy. They, you know, you see people out once in a while, and young people, I think they just, you can't keep them in. My friend's sons, she has 2 kids in college, and these kids go out. They want to be together and they party.
I know they
Yeah,
do.
Yeah, they do.
They bring it home.
Jim, what's it like in Hawaii now?
It's been good. It's been good here for a long time. Now there's not Honolulu and Oahu are the worst.
Bigger cities, yeah.
Maui has about 600 cases total.
That's all. Wow.
So the rest of the state has like 12,000, 13. I don't know. So, but now the tourists are starting to show up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, great.
Getting a bit nervous. But you still you don't go out. And people here have been, they said the figure was 85% of the people wear masks.
Great.
Great.
It is good.
Yeah. So, I mean, they get it. And, but being an island, it makes it easy to control things.
Easier, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I got my,
Flying in has to have a negative COVID test. So you have to have those restrictions.
within 72 hours of your flight.
21,000.
Which
And
is
if you go from island to island, you have to have it again.
Yeah,
going
they started that because there was a couple that had COVID. They knew they had COVID, and they flew into Hawaii, and they shut down the airport. Finally, it's been shut down. I don't know if it's open yet.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I mean,
the news.
Yeah, they shut it down.
Did they throw those people in the jail?
They were going to, they were going to press charges.
Good,
Good.
good. They should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're fining people here if they break quarantine. I mean, up to $5,000.
I wish they would here.
Yeah.
I wish they would here too. I wish they would here.
They would everywhere.
Everywhere.
So I've got my youngest son and his wife and our two, let's see, how old is he now? 8 weeks old grandchild are coming here Tuesday. So they are quarantining. They're both teachers, so they've been quarantining pretty much, as a teacher normally would.
Yeah.
And then they're taking their test today, and then they fly in on Tuesday. So
Good.
So
way to do it.
We'll just be here. I mean,
Will that be the first you've met that grandbaby in person?
oh no,
No, he's seen.
Oh, I saw pictures of you.
yeah, I've seen him before.
Yeah.
Yeah, before we go over there, we take a test, and then so we've been tested, and so and we don't do much. We just hang out.
That's right.
And it's worked out. So
that's good.
Yeah, he's at that age where he's starting to get personality. That's a good age. I mean, yeah, smiles, reacts, it's not just that baby stare. There's more personality coming out every day. So we'll see that in 3 weeks.
Cool.
Hey, I've got a question for you guys. Does anybody know how to prevent a squirrel from getting into your truck and chewing it up?
No. You should feed him.
Well, that's probably the problem. But last year, I bought a new truck, and before it had 500 miles on it, it was right before Christmas. It died, and so we got it to the shop. They opened up the lid, and it says squirrels is eating the wiring harness. So we got it fixed, and now this year on Thursday, truck didn't go very well. Took it to the shop, opened it up, and in 3 places they'd eaten wiring harness plus a couple other places.
Wow.
Find out these things are, the car dealers get these harnesses and they're supposedly eco-friendly coated, and they coat it in soy.
Oh, goodness.
Really?
And so now we've got 2 years in a row. The adjuster wrote back to me and says, "Oh, your Christmas squirrels are at it again."
Yeah.
Anybody's got any suggestions?
Put it in the garage.
In a garage?
Well, it fit in the garage. It's long.
Could you try a live trap?
Wow.
Pardon me?
Could you try a live trap?
Yeah, but we have so many squirrels.
Yeah, you
do.
do.
They'd be full all the time.
I mean, we're squirrel heaven.
And they rinse those things off with alcohol or something?
I don't know. I'm wishing the car dealers would not be so eco-friendly.
Easy.
Yeah.
Ecology's fine, but they're carrying it too far.
Yeah, I guess. Huh.
So
Maybe there's a different kind they could put on.
yeah, that's what I asked. And he says, well, all of the car dealers or all the car manufacturers put this.
You can come up.
I said, well, my squirrels like it.
Can you electrify your truck or something?
Hey, that's a good idea.
Good.
I'm gonna.
Put it in every night.
It's just crazy. Luckily, we've got another car. Basically, my son drives the truck, but I'm just paying out deductibles.
I
just for
wonder if you
squirrels.
could put something under there where those things are that would make a noise and scare them, maybe?
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
I
have to
don't
look
know.
into it. It's just
What a bomb.
That's
Yeah.
right.
bomb.
Becky, you can get these little solar chargers.
Uh-huh.
And that wasn't a bad idea about electrifying your truck. If you just ran a wire around it at night, they couldn't go, they would be grounded and they'd hit the wire and they would go the other way. I have those all around my pastures to keep bears and moose and things out. And they don't like that voltage. So it'd be a pain because you'd have to do it every time you put the car away. But still, you could do that, and you can use a sun, a solar charger. They're not too expensive, like, I don't know, $30.
Okay, I'll look into that.
Might be worth a try.
I mean, anything's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good idea, Judy. I'll try
It
that.
does. Good idea.
Yeah. Either that or shoot the squirrels.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
That's okay. There's lots of them.
What about those things you gave your mice? Or, I mean, you didn't give it to them, but you put out for the mice that made them blow up?
Ooh, I don't know whether that
Oh.
works on squirrels or not. It was potato flakes.
Potato flakes.
You might look
Potato
up what would kill squirrels. I mean, it might be something really simple that's not going to hurt anything else. Just maybe get rid of the squirrels. Some of them, the bad ones.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Only does
Yeah,
it cold nights. 'Cause, the night before Christmas Eve, it was cold and rainy.
Yeah.
And they were getting for shelter. They were going for shelter.
Sure.
Oh, they found, oh, yum, soy.
Wow.
I like Judy's idea the best.
Yeah, I do too.
I like Judy's idea.
There you go.
Shock 'em.
I've also heard peppermint oil, if you put it in all over your car, it works with mice. I don't know if it'd work. It might just attract them. Then they'd have peppermint soy. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Here, okay, I'll tell you what you do. It was kind of, I think it was coming to me anyway. So I put out a lot of suet for birds, mostly woodpeckers. And on some of those suet feeders, they're just hanging in trees. And so they're not on a pole, and on poles, I'll use a baffle that keeps the squirrels can't get up the pole. Instead of hanging in the tree, they can get up. So that's what they use hot pepper.
Ooh.
Now, if you want to sprinkle some hot pepper on the inside of your car, I don't think that they'll touch it. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
That would not hurt your car.
No.
So yeah, hot pepper, red hot pepper.
Sorry.
Sprinkle it on
Chili
there.
peppers. All right.
You'll have to report on which one works.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I put it back because
Or neither.
keep the wiring harnesses on hand. They have to order them.
Billy said.
Oh.
There you go.
That
Chili
might work too.
Hey.
Yeah, that's-
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
So I do know it works, Becky, because at first I was just putting
Yeah.
regular suet in those feeders.
Uh-huh.
And every day I'd get up and that feeder would be empty. I'm thinking, what the heck?
They just open
And
the top
So
and
then
eat the
one
whole
day I saw
thing.
the squirrels were all over it. So then I started using this hot pepper suet. They don't touch it.
Yeah.
They don't want anything to do with it.
And it doesn't bother the birds?
No.
No birds, doesn't bother birds at all.
That's funny.
Hey,
Go.
Now, what about dogs
I'm-
eating
as
your
soon as I
wood?
get the truck back.
What about dogs eating your woodwork? Could you put that down for them?
Oh.
We have a pup.
Puppy, yeah.
Chewing on our wood things.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do for that.
Well, I would think you'd try to use one of those leather chew things to try and get them to just chew on that.
Oh,
Won't work.
so many things for her to chew on.
Buy her some woodwork.
She's a chewer. I said, we'll have to replace all the wood.
Oh my God.
Not a anymore.
I want to see her photo.
Does she do it when you're looking at her or does she do it behind your back?
Oh, it's behind. Oh, yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah. Watch. She doesn't do that. Just, yeah. Except she's sweet.
I'm glad.
Hey, Nancy Mallett.
I gotta move out.
Nancy Mallett, look.
Where are you?
What is it?
What is that?
What is
To visit Nancy, there's a big mountain outside of Salida, and it has a big white S on it. And so when I went to visit her, I found this rock on the ground, and I put a big white S, and I just ran into it. I ran into it the other day.
And on that mountain, it's I think it's called Tenderfoot Hill, really, but everybody just calls it S Mountain. And every Friday after Thanksgiving, they light a tree that's like, I don't know, 50, 60 feet high, outlined on, and I can see it from my house. I can see it from my
cool. Nice.
It is so gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. Usually then we have a big parade and then we have fireworks, but we don't do that this year. But they did light the mountain.
That's cool.
Nice.
That's cool.
Jane, are Trent and Summer gone?
Left yesterday morning.
Oh, you must have had fun.
Oh, yeah.
But we got a lot done. I am now cable free. I have no cable TV.
Good. Good.
I didn't know you could watch TV without cable, but you can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Smart TV, you can watch TV.
Uh-huh.
I'm saving $170 a month
Oh my
Whoa.
God.
because we had the NFL package.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, okay.
of course.
So what are you using instead of cable?
You just stream.
Stream.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
just
know how
use Roku or a
So you get, I don't know, those you have to pay for. YouTube, you're using YouTube. He downloaded CBS and ABC and NBC, so I can watch those.
Oh, wow.
I have Netflix and Prime and.
Oh, gosh.
Well, that's
What?
what.
How to
So
do
who
that.
did that? Who
So
did
have
that?
you watched Bridgerton?
yeah.
Yes, yes.
That was not the wisest thing to watch with my son sitting right there beside me. Like,
We started it
okay.
yesterday.
I've seen 3 episodes of it, yeah.
I was almost embarrassed to watch it with Jerry.
Oh, gee.
Wait a minute, ladies. What's this show?
Bridgerton.
it's on
Bridgerton.
Netflix. It's on
Richard,
Jerry said, "Do you find it offensive?" And I said, "No, I'm not offended. I'm jealous."
Oh,
What's it called, Jared?
Bridgerton.
Bridgerton.
and it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's Netflix, yeah.
And it's only like
The Virgin
3
River.
seasons or something.
It's what?
It's not very long.
Yeah, I got one to recommend.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
That was good.
Unbelievable.
Where was that?
Seen that.
Is that a movie or a series?
It's a miniseries. It's 8 episodes, and it's about the tracking. It was based on actual story. The tracking of a serial rapist
Ooh.
began actually in Washington State in Linwood,
I've seen an ad for that.
and but also ended up in Colorado. They actually began, he began in Washington and ended up in Colorado.
Is it on Netflix or Prime or
Yeah.
what?
What's it on?
On Netflix.
Netflix. Okay, thanks.
Really
And
good.
I just watched because I have a free week of Apple TV. I didn't know anything about that. So I had a free week. I just watched Ted Lasso, which was fabulous. Diane
Ted
was watching that.
Lasso?
Ted Lasso.
Ted
It's
Lasso.
really, really good.
It's funny.
Now I'm watching The Morning Show with Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, that's very good. That's
Yeah.
very good.
And I have to watch in the next few days because
Right.
my free week is going to run.
Because your free is gone.
Mine's
I don't
going
want to have to pay $5 a month.
Darn.
Oh, Jay.
I don't know what else is on Apple TV.
Well, you know what?
There's
What we
a
saw
lot.
on what we saw on the regular History Channel was Grant. And it
Yeah,
was
I
on
had
three different nights, and
Yeah.
it was 2 hours each time. And it
Yeah,
was like,
that was
you
good.
watch- God, that was interesting.
Yeah.
It was. I couldn't believe what a great job they did about Ulysses S. Grant and, and all these things from the Civil War that I swear to God I never learned.
Yeah,
And
but I bet we did.
the War compared to how clear they made it and what a interesting story it was. And when I think about you guys, that was just a little over 100 years ago. I mean, God, I mean, you know, I think about when we were born, when we were around, and it had been less than 100 years since that had ended. I mean, it's, but it was wonderful, well done. I don't know where the History Channel gets their money to make things, but it was sure very good. It didn't cost a penny.
Yeah, my brother Steve just raves about the History Channel. He sees stuff all the time on there.
Yeah, we'll watch more on that.
Channel's good. Chris Wayne loves that. He loves history and all that, but I do too when they make it interesting and not just dry and facts and everything like that.
Yeah, this was so well put together. Max and I, neither one thought we were going to like it, but I taped, I recorded all of them and was like, oh, well, let's just see how this is. And we both we just saw oh my gosh. Yeah, let's watch the rest of that one tonight and the next night and the next night. We really liked it. So if you get a chance, it's well worth.
Yeah,
it's very entertaining
and
well put together.
I don't know if I can get History now. I haven't seen that pop up.
Might not. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I've been watching The Last Dance.
Oh,
Yes.
It's really good. It's been out for a while, but I'm really.
What is it? Is it?
What is that on?
Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, about the Bulls.
Is it Netflix?
Chicago Bulls.
It's
Oh.
Yeah,
Netflix, okay.
it's about basketball.
It's about Michael Jordan.
Yes.
Okay.
Scottie Pippen and
Who?
The Last Dance is about Michael
Scottie
Jordan.
Pippen and Dennis Rodman and
Okay. All the basketball.
Sound very interesting.
Not?
Well, if you have Netflix, watch The Virgin River.
Yeah,
Now,
I did.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
watching.
but it's
Is that a good one?
oh, it's so good, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
We told Judy about it, yeah.
And
Yeah,
Sandy,
I had nightmares last night from watching Longmire, so that's my level of
oh,
violence.
They got me on the long line.
Virgin River isn't.
You'd like Virgin River, Judy. You'd
Good.
like.
I'll watch it then. Next, because I'm almost done with Longmire.
What's Longmire?
Yeah, what is
Oh,
it?
it's a cowboy show. It's
Dave and I really like
12-year-olds.
But it's on what channel?
Netflix.
It's Netflix.
It's in Netflix. Okay, let me write that.
Judy, if somebody recommends something to you that gives you nightmares, I want you to call them in the middle of the night when you're having nightmares.
Well, it was about 2 a.m. last night.
Yeah, see?
Okay.
Oh,
Don't think I like
well, I have some brownies in my freezer, so I sleep tonight now.
Oh, you still
There
got
you go.
brownies left over.
Oh,
that. So we're coming out there.
Oh, I love to hear new things to watch. So
Me too.
Well, Sandy, you turned me on to Hauser. He pops up on my Facebook.
Isn't he wonderful?
Tell us.
oh,
Oh my gosh.
it's
Talk
wonderful.
Are you talking about the cellist?
To love,
Yeah.
yeah.
And when his girlfriend sings and he has his arm around her.
Oh my,
This bow.
it's it moves me. It really does.
It moves me.
I put my arm around Sandy. It doesn't move her.
I gotta hang up. I don't want to do that rudely, so but it's so good to see you and forward to seeing you next week.
Okay.
Take care, Christy.
Take
Tell
care,
Matt-
Christy.
Bye,
tell Matt
Karen.
bye.
Bye.
Bye, Chris.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So, yeah, we've only got a couple minutes. So I'm still, David Harold, dying to hear the final story.
So
the
we have to
final
do that next time
segment.
again.
So the next week, would you entertain us with the final segment of returning from Vietnam on your?
I can do that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, that'll be good. That'll be good.
Sounds good.
We'll have no catastrophes
Yes.
during the.
Oh, no.
Let's hope not.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll have a good week.
Yes.
I'd like to tell you a story about Felice Walker. That
Okay, we want to hear it.
Ooh.
She has no idea. Okay, this is real short, and I hope it's the same person. Did you go to Hebert, Felice?
I did not. No.
Okay. Did
I
you?
went to test.
You went to test. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Did you ever go to the peanut gallery when we were, for basketball?
I don't remember doing that. How old would we have been?
Oh, just not high school yet.
Okay, maybe. I mean, I remember going to see Howdy Doody, but that's not the same thing.
Called the peanut gallery, where all the junior high school.
Okay.
It was on the
Stage
stage.
on Civic
On the
Hall.
stage, on the stage.
Stage at Civic Hall, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, well, Dwayne says I'm all mixed up, and the peanut gallery was way, way up high, and it was just called the stage, and the junior high kids went. But anyway, getting
Yes.
on the story. I met you through somebody. I said, "Who's beautiful girl? She's so pretty," and they said, "Felice Walker." And I hope to see you again. And I said, "Your face just glows," and you said, "Have the right person." You said, "Well, I just put Vaseline on it."
That would have been me. Yes, I did. Yeah.
I've been doing that ever since. So thank you for that.
You
Picture
had,
is revealed.
yeah, you had gorgeous skin way back then. You probably didn't even need it.
Oh, I just thought you were the most beautiful girl. When you said, "Well, I just put Vaseline." I thought,
Hey,
Still
Sandy,
use Vaseline?
Sandy, shortly after that, she started dating 25-year-olds.
I started dating who?
25-year-olds. It was very attractive.
I probably was not allowed to do that, but
I am kidding you.
would have if I could have. I'm sure. Thank you for that story. I had all but forgotten it.
but it was, yeah.
Uh,
Well, all of the guys here would agree with you that yes, Felice was a beautiful,
Oh.
and it still is, was a gorgeous girl back when she
was.
And still.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have a great week.
Okay.
Likewise,
Hey.
Jane Ann, thank
Stay
you.
healthy out there.
Yes, for sure.
Stay healthy.
Betsy, see you, buddy. Happy New Year, Mark.
Thank you, bye.
Bye.
New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Great to see you.
Nancy Chapel, have you
Yes.
gotten to see your kids yet? Or are you?
No.
Oh.
It's killing me not to see my daughter. My son and I are close, but nothing like my daughter and I. And it's killing me.
I'm sure.
She said one of her coworkers was saying something about how hard this all was, and she said, "I lost it." I said, "I haven't seen my mother in a fucking year."
Oh.
Everybody in the office went, "Oh dear." But it's awful. It's awful.
Too long, too hard, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
it is.
sorry, I hate it for you.
You. Thanks for asking.
See y'all next week.
Hi, guys.
Okay,
Hi, guys.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Christie didn't. Hi, Diane Mansfield.
I can't get it to stop.
Okay, we were supposed to help you fix
Yeah, I
that.
don't know.
Is there,
I
when
don't
you
know
move your,
either.
when you move your cursor, are you on a phone or an iPad? Or
A
what?
phone.
A phone?
Yeah.
Okay, on the phone. I'm just wondering, really, is it an iPhone?
Yeah.
Is it Apple?
It's
Then I think what you have to do is just, just double click your little button
Which button?
at the bottom of the phone.
Okay, I'll try it. Are
And
you
then-
gone?
and
You're
then
still
just-
there.
Okay.
We'll
Can
try
you,
another one.
can you just swipe it and have it disappear and then it'll be over?
I don't think so. I think I'll have to ask my grandson.
That's it.
Uh, let's see,
I
I've got
don't have to
got
make it
Zoom on-
go away.
I've got Zoom on my phone. Hang on a minute. Yeah. So if you double click your button at the bottom,
The little square one?
uh, well, at the bottom of the phone, is it square or round? The button.
Yeah.
So just use your thumb to double click that, and then does it make everything that's on your screen smaller?
No, it changes some of the things that are on there, but they're not smaller.
When you double click it?
Yeah.
Okay, then the thing that's Zoom, can you just swipe it up?
The Zoom thing?
Yeah.
No,
No?
no.
Huh.
I will go, let me go to the Zoom screen. Oh, that's that.
Ah, you did something there.
Yeah. But you're still there and I'm still here.
But you're in the Zoom, you're on the Zoom screen.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, hang on a second. Let me get back into that. Okay, Zoom screen. Hang on. Let me get to the Zoom screen. And what is the Zoom screen doing right now? It's just showing us, the two of us?
And then there's one for Christy down below.
Down below.
Yeah.
Okay. So how, when you got on, what did you touch to be able to get on with audio and with video?
A thing that said,
It was prompting you, right?
yeah.
Okay. Touch with your thumb up on the top right-hand corner. See what happens.
There's a little red dot that says recording.
Okay. Then go over to, that's on the right hand, top right.
Yeah.
Okay. Go over to the top left and touch that. Nothing?
No.
Okay. Bottom left, what does it do?
Let's see. Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. Just take your thumb and just kind of like move it across the bottom. Does it do anything?
No. No.
Okay. Okay. Then does your, look at my screen, does your phone look something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And is there a button on the right up near the top on the side of your phone?
Well, that's a sound button.
Oh, that's on your right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, how about on your left? On the side?
Nope, I don't have anything there.
Okay. Now you're sure this is an iPhone and not a Samsung?
No, I think it is a Samsung.
Oh, that's okay. That's why I'm having problems because mine's an Apple iPhone. You
Okay,
have
mine's a Samsung. I know it is Samsung.
okay.
No.
That's why I'm so up at the top. There should be a little button that looks like a oh gosh. It's shoot. What would you call that? It's when you, oh gosh, hang on. It's a little thing that looks like a, for your settings. What's the word I'm looking for here? It looks like a cog. Looks like a cog in a.
Oh, like for settings?
Yes.
Like one? No, it's not here on this screen.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, how did you get out of it last week?
I don't remember. But finally it did. I don't know if you got out of it.
Okay, then that's what I'll do then. I'll end it for us.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah, I was just hoping that you could do it yourself.
I would too.
But here it goes. I'm going to end the meeting for all. And then
Okay.
Okay. And will you be able to be on next week?
As far as I know.
Good. How are you feeling? Okay. Everything good?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're staying away from people.
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay. All right. You're not getting too lonely, are you?
No, not really. Sometimes I get lonely, but the grandchildren do come over sometimes. Occasionally they'll come over with their masks on, and that's good.
Well, you can call us sometime if you want, or send us an email.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. If you get lonesome, you want to talk, just call.
Okay. And I've got my cats.
There you go. We've got cats. How many cats do you have?
3.
Oh, there we do too. There, I just see which one is that one?
This is a calico.
Oh, Jane Ann, you ought to see the calico cat here.
And there's another calico that looks very, very similar, only she doesn't have all the dark under her chin.
Show the calico cat again so Jane Ann can see her.
Oh my gosh, is she cute?
Oh my gosh, she is cute.
Their mama is a Siamese.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got her.
Calico out of a Siamese.
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah. And she is, I mean, she's a real Siamese.
Yeah.
But she was supposed to be a barn cat. And she came to us and she looked pregnant. And sure enough, she was.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got all the babies.
Right. We gave most of them away.
Yeah.
I still have these 2. And then this one is the killer. This killer, yeah.
Yeah.
She brings in birds, mice, anything else. And I find them on the floor.
Yeah.
She loves you. That's why she's bringing them to you.
That's so nice of her.
Isn't that wonderful? Yeah.
Well, yeah.
We had a cat one time that bring them in, but it wouldn't be dead. The birds wouldn't be dead. They'd be flying all over the house, and we'd have to try to open windows and get them out.
That's only happened a couple times.
That's not fun.
No, it's not. No.
What's the calico's name? What's the name of that cat?
Let's see, this one is Sleepy.
Sleepy.
Sleepy,
Okay.
because that's what she acted like when she was born. She was just
Okay,
a sleepy kitten.
Okay.
okay, okay.
So you didn't intentionally name her that like after the Seven Dwarfs?
No, no,
Okay.
no, no.
Okay. All right. Well, it's good to see
Good
you.
to see
And
ya. You
yeah,
have
if
a
you
good
get
week.
lonesome, just pick up the
Yeah.
phone and call.
Okay, okay,
Okay. All righty.
okay.
See you next
Bye-bye.
week.
Take
Okay.
Bye-bye.
care.
I'm ending the meeting.